Good morning. When we were living in Mexico, we would often go out to some of the rural villages and do little prayer services with the communities that were there. And we would do different songs with the people. And one of the songs had this one part in which someone in the group would yell out, "Como es el amor de Dios?" How is the love of God? And everyone else would shout back, "Grande es el amor de Dios." Great is the love of God. And here we are, we've made it. We made it through this Lent unlike any other Lent that any of us ever had. And now we are in the middle of Holy Week, the holiest week in the entire church. And this week is not going to be like any other Holy Week I've ever experienced before. I've always in the past looked forward to going to the special masses or the Good Friday liturgy or going to the Easter Vigil. But that's not going to happen this year. And part of my heart, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of saddened by that. But we need to remember how great is the love of the Lord. And maybe, yes, the preference would be to go to church, to go to these special prayer services, to participate at church at the Stations of the Cross or the Seven Last Words reflections. But we don't have those opportunities the same ways. But God's love is so great. And while our faith tells us God always comes to us in community, at masses, at these special prayer services, being together and receiving Him in the Eucharist, and that's not going to be available this year, but I do know that God is coming to us this week. And maybe not in the way that we're used to, maybe not in the way that we necessarily would prefer, but our God's love is great. Great is the love of our God. And so my prayer for myself and for you and for everyone this Holy Week is that God's love would be revealed to us. And maybe not the ways that we prefer or necessarily the ways that we would expect, but that we would be surprised by God's love and God's grace as we celebrate this Holy Week together. Because we need to remember that we are always in the holy presence of God. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.